Hello Aquarius, Morgane with you for your March reading for 2018, next month. I hope you had a lovely birthday. We just stepped out of Aquarius month and we are entering Pisces month. Pisces and Aquarius, they're both high up there in the spiritual and the wisdom. But Pisces is more in the fantasy and the emotion, and Aquarius is more in the ideology and the thought process, the mechanism. So when you have this transition from February to March, you are still in the zone of your vision, but there's a more emotional, a bit confusing aspect entering. And it was easy for you to maintain your royalty and your sense of control. But now it feels a little bit, I'm still in my realm, but which chair am I on? Where am I supposed to sit? This is, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is the room. This is the hall. Where do I find myself? In this corner, in this chair, in this table, chatting with this person, maybe looking at this picture. So you still need to kind of fit in the small details of what it is that you're up to. But you can do that. It's, you know, it's not something Aquarius can't do. The challenge for the Aquarian in that is that you tend to look outward into the world, into the ideas, into the ideology, into the vision, potential, future, grand scheme of things, the planning. And you kind of lose track of what is right under your nose. Because your sight is so far ahead. And when you're looking through goggles and you see all the way over there, you don't see what goes on right underneath the goggles, right? If you're on the 20th floor of the building, so you see so far ahead in the view and in the surface, but you don't see what is happening in the building right downstairs. Another analogy and another analogy. Yeah, you got it. You understood. Okay, there it is, the tower. You ran too fast with your vision, with your ideas, with your ideology. You got on the carriage before you harnessed the horses. Before you made sure the horses have enough strength to carry that carriage with you on it. And now things are starting to shake. Not necessarily on the outside. This doesn't have to be like an exterior, dramatic, tragic event. It could be an inner collapse of what was so clear. And now it's not clear anymore. It's not as accurate as it was in your head. Now suddenly things are not sitting exactly right. You entered the room, you entered the hall, and you're like, I'm home. This is where I need to be. But then what's going on with the furniture and with the people around here? Is this sitting completely right or not? I don't know. It's because you skipped some levels. You were so passionate about getting there, your vision, that you forgot that it requires a tangible process. Work-related, actual actions and planning. In the world of the emotion and the emotional security and the spiritual grounding, the work, emotional work, psychological work, the connection, connecting into something on an emotional level and not just on a cognitive level. And now things look as they seem. Let's clarify and look more forward. Okay. Ten of Pentacles, matters of a home, matters of family, home stability. What is supposed to be stable is not. This is very similar to the reading I just had for Scorpio. They also had the Ten of Pentacles. Guys, this is Sun, Moon, and Rising. Watch your videos of Sun, Moon, and Rising. Maybe even Venus. I watch also my Venus video. Foundations weren't as strong as you imagined, as you thought, as it seemed right in your head. And now from the actual experience, from actually being in that, you understand that it's shaking. Because you didn't do the emotional work. You ignored your heart. It looked good on paper. It sounded good in theory. But your heart, the water, the ocean doesn't agree. And now it's shaking, stirring it all up. Being like, no, you can't ignore me. I'm water. I'm one of the most important elements of this existence. You think you can ignore me? I'll show you. I'm a part of you. I'm a huge part of you. I bring you life. I bring you flow. I am 80% of your body. You try to ignore me as much as you want. You can't. And it's true, you can't. But you did. And now it's coming back to haunt you a little bit. Let's see how it goes. Of course, there is a lesson to be learned here. And it's a very typical Aquarius. I'm not saying it in a bad way. You guys are brilliant. You are the genius. You are the hero. You are the inventor. But once again, you sometimes lose track of what's inside of you, of your heart, and what is right around you. Is the person that is walking this path, is the person that's supposed to walk this path with you? Do they really understand you fully, or just sort of cognitively, almost shadowy, kind of like shadow relationship, shadow relationship, shadow relationship. It's the almost, it's on the paper, but it's not real. Okay, now I understand the direction. Another narrative, some of you, the storm has been shaking the boat, but you are keeping strong with the people around you and with your core. It's not confusing. If the narrative that I just said speaks to you, then and resonates with your situation, then that's for you. If the other one, then that was for you. Listen to what echoes. It's a general reading. Many Aquarius are watching, right? Two of Swords. I'm going back to the first narrative of not being able to emotionally handle and digesting the dissonance and the conflict between you and your closest, mostly family members and partners and children. There's a lot of fighting in the home. There's a lot of disharmony, and if there are kids, they can't handle it. They close off and they don't want to hear it, but they are very much aware, and it really affects them, and you need to stop, because you, on the outside, you give this amazing, beautiful exterior. We're the perfect couple. We are the perfect household, but no, the foundations are shaking, and there's a lot of fighting, a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling. And you're holding on to it because of this perfect image, because of this perfect picture that you're allegedly having, but it's making you miserable. If there's no children, then it's your inner child that is screaming to get out of this, because this is just a reflection of your childhood traumas or experiences that you've had that are a copy-paste of past conflicts that you've had. You think you've resolved them, but you're just in the same place, in the same cycle. If you keep looking at the outside and how things look from the outside and on the surface, then you're missing the point. The point is what is inside and what is true. What is inside of you, what is inside the walls. The things that no one sees, no one hears. So when you're on the outside in social gatherings, you're lovey and kissy, but when you're home alone, the amount of poison and sarcasm and negativity that has been thrown at each other, ouch. I'm almost like, of course, this is not going to speak to all of you. And maybe this relates to work issues rather than family or partnership. You know, take it to your place. If this doesn't resonate, again, watch your sun, moon, and rising. Maybe one of them will resonate. But there's a reason why I started talking about the vision versus the truth inside. And sometimes how they don't go in harmony. They can only go in harmony if you are very in tune with what's inside of you and if you actually feel what it is that you think. Do you actually feel what it is that you think? The story of Jason and the Golden Sheep. 3 of Wands. Journey to finding your destiny. Jason was on a journey to claim his crown, to claim his throne from his uncle who killed his father and threw him out of the kingdom as a baby. And now, as a young adult, he's on a journey to go back to the kingdom and claim his throne back. And when he is so close to the kingdom, to the palace, a group of thieves jumps on him, steals everything that he has collected and gathered in his journey because he was working very hard on proving himself, on becoming wealthy, becoming successful, to show the kingdom that he is worthy of the throne. But they steal everything, including a shoe. They leave him with one shoe. And he thinks to himself, I have nothing. How will I claim a throne? Well, why will my uncle give me the throne? He'll just kill me. But he is already halfway through and he doesn't have a choice. And he's like, okay, well, what will be, will be. I've already gotten this far. And you see here this man on his knees holding a throne, giving it to Jason. Why? Why is the king kneeling down, giving Jason his throne when he's just this seemingly looking like a beggar? On the outside, he looks like a beggar. It seems like he has nothing, unlike this guy here. Seems like he has everything, when in fact, behind the scenes, he has nothing. This guy seemingly has nothing, but here he's getting the throne. Why is that? A night before, Jason stepped inside the palace with nothing but a shoe. The king dreamt that a man with nothing that looks like a beggar comes and asks for his throne. When he woke up, he consulted with one of, with the advisors of his kingdom, whatever. And they told him this dream is an omen. If you won't give this man your throne when he comes, you will die, or he will kill you, or something horrible like that. That's how they interpret the dream. And so once Jason came like this with one shoe, he just got on his knees and gave him his throne. Jason thought that being with nothing on the outside, because he got, he was stripped down from his clothes and from his wealth. You are stripped down. If you are stripped down from your status and from your heart and from your hat and from your dignity or from your story or from your narrative that you're so holding precious. This is how I should be viewed. This is how it should be. When you strip down of it and you are naked with your essence and with your destiny and with your truth, you gain royalty. The universe knows more than your brain. Your soul, your mothership, knows you more than your brain does. Your brain is an instrument inside your body, and your body is a mechanism that the soul uses to travel on this planet. Who knows better then? What is an outfit? What is a status? What is perception? What is this that you think you need to hold on to your honor or however people see you, or however it is that you think that you see yourself or you should see yourself? This is where it led you. This perception of everything is perfect on the outside has led you here. Do these people look happy to you? Jason here, he's getting the throne. He only has one shoe. Because, some of you are going to hate me for saying this, but yeah, God works in mysterious ways. We don't understand everything. Sometimes we just need to dance to the rhythm. Those who were seen dancing were perceived as mad by those who could not hear the music. Dance. Even if other people can't hear the music, Aquarius. Dance your truth. Whether it sounds right or doesn't, whether people will appreciate it or not, whether you're getting my picture. I think this is the real essence of this reading. It's very powerful for the next month. Homework. A lot of work to be done, a lot of inner work to be done. You have to let go of the tower that is collapsing. Let it collapse. Stop, covering your ears. No, I don't want to listen. I want to hold on. I want to have what I think I should have. You will lose everything. And if you allow yourself to lose everything by choice, don't fear. If it seems like you're losing everything and everything is collapsing, it's just part of you're on the wrong path, and universe is like, no, you're driving the wrong way. You're gonna fall off a cliff. No, it's saving you. So it seems really sharp and really harsh and really hurtful and painful, and you're like, no, but I was driving there, and that's the post I wrote on Facebook, that I was going there. I wrote that I was going there, and now you're taking a sharp turn, and now, oh no, you'll have to change your posts on Facebook. You know what I mean? So you change, so you decide something different. So people will think what they have to think. Really? You care more about what people think than your own happiness and sense of, emotional health? Like, you're about to lose it. Look at this guy. He's about to lose it. He can't handle this anymore. He's like, ugh. All these thoughts, all this harmony, all this conflict, all this fighting, all this sarcasm, all this venom. No. I want out. I want freedom. I want to lose my shoes, and maybe I'll find my crown. Not maybe, for sure. Not maybe, for sure. Will the universe have to force it on you? Will you do it with the dignity of your heart and dance to its melody? It's up to you, but either way, you'll find yourself without a shoe and hopefully winning the crown sooner than later. That's it. Amazing. This is so similar to the reading of Scorpio. We had this that wasn't stable, the seemingly perfect thing, but it was shaking. And then we went on a journey. Watch the Scorpio. It's so, oh my God. It's different cards, but they're saying very similar things. And then instead of 10 of Cups here, we had 9 of Cups over there, but they're very similar. They're like, this is the next phase of 9 of Cups, but they're both extremely beautiful, wish fulfillment, pure joy, happiness, twin flame, perfect union, divine union that doesn't just look good on the surface, but also feels good. There's true harmony, true connection, good communication. And look, this is wonderful. Don't get me wrong, the Ten of Pentacles on its own is amazing. It's just how it came up with the other cards. It's just the narrative, the story that they're giving me. Okay, so here they're dressed and they have their coins and everything is perfect, like a perfect picture, right? But here he's practically naked, just like in the Three of Wands. Here he's sitting down, all comfortable, but she's standing behind him. Here they're like even, equal, standing on the same ground, holding hands. It's just everything here is just with the narrative of the reading. Yes, yes, this will be worth it. Another interesting thing I want you to see. Always look at the numbers. 10 as 1. Subtract it. 1, 2 of Swords, 3 of Wands. 1, 2, 3 of the journey, just to go back to the 1, but the divine one, the cups, the godly, the heavenly, the heart, the soul, the water. The water is now quiet. Here they're stirring. No, it's not right. This building that you have, it's not, I don't like it. It's all shaky and unstable. I know you think that everybody sees this, but this is the truth. This is the actual establishment that you have, and I'm going to shake it all. And the waters are stirring. You need out of there. And this is a storm. This is scary. This is dangerous. But you know what? At least you're free of this. And from being a king, you're going on a journey and you lose it all, allegedly, but then you're getting a new crown, the right crown. And then the water from this, they end up like this. Look at the water in the background. Can you see the water in the background? They're so still and serene. Okay. Here he's holding the wand of, of the royalty, of the status. Again, I keep getting the position, the status, how I'm viewed. Here it's just free of all of that, and there's true happiness. Okay. Aquarius, you are the poets with the Pisces. You are the poets and the writers and the lovers and the inventors and the scientists, the visionaries. You're all of that. You know how eternal life is. Don't let your beautiful mind take over and make it ugly. Keep it beautiful by having it in constant communication with your heart. Constant communication with your heart. When you lose communication with your heart, that's when the brain takes over and all you get is one big headache. Good case scenario. Or you just lose your mind. Worst case scenario. Bottom of the deck. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. 8 of Pentacles. The Chariot. Temperance. No more battles. Swift movement from 2 people who are battling to 2 people who operate together in harmony and unity and balance. Once again, I have the 2 in here, but here it seems like the ground is shaking, so the journey won't be as, won't look or seem as easy as you would wish for it to be. Yes, there's a journey to be made, sacrifices, movements. You have to, make it work. The journey needs to be made work. But then there's the 2 of Cups. Once again, Cups. Stormy waters, allegedly. The 8 of Wands is a great card of a journey, of success, of swift movement, of opportunities, of fire, of passion. And this deck, specifically the Mythic Tarot, which I love, there's 2 dolphins that are leading the way. And there's 2 horses that are leading the way. And here there's perfect balance. 2 are now becoming 1. the rainbow, the balance, the everything. Guys, go out on that journey. Sorry, my fingers are growing. Say bye-bye to all the disharmony and snaps and conflicts and fights and just being mean to each other. Could be at work. Maybe you're just not getting along at work and you're refusing to leave just because you have a good status and a good position and good money, whatever, so you're staying there miserable. So it can relate to a relationship, it can relate to a job, it can relate to a home, it can relate to so many things. But go out on the journey, take that leap, and you will find your crown. Okay? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Morgane, by the way. I love Aquarius. Some of the most closest people in my life to me are Aquarius, family members, friends, you name it. I really appreciate you guys. Okay? So I hope to see you again in April, and have a blessed March. Bye.